What's up, everyone? Father here with a final game of the Reddit Backyard Baseball League season. It hasn't been a great season for the Orioles, but we've had worse in our history too, so could be worse. Apologies if my voice sounds a little off today, still kind of recovering from a cold or something, and I try to pause and cut out any big coughs that I have, but apologies if they make the final video. In this game we are at home, Tin Can Alley against the Wombats. Had a pretty good score against them at their field. Actually, it was our third highest score of the season so far. And we're going to try to repeat our success today, turning play-by-play back off. And I'm going to jump into it, properly set up the file for Maria's pink boost. Cliff with a interesting bad day, all the way down to 2 in batting, so won't really be a reliable power option, but still has his speed, so could be worse. And no good days. Checking out the Wombats. Most of they have a solid outfield, but most of that will be negated here at Tin Can anyways. I can't really rely on grounder ball towards the left side with Chipper and Griffey, but maybe we'll work out a way around it. Does Terry have a strong arm? I don't actually remember. I'm sure we'll find out pretty quickly in this one. No changes from most of what I've been doing. Defensively, I think I found that I prefer to hide Petra in right, Olga in left, Ruth in center so that she can actually help Petra. And Weber behind the plate, Weber at shortstop, Cliff at third. Yep, that all seems fine. Batting order. The only thing I'm thinking about changing is swapping a Weber with Cliff at the top to have a bit more of a line drive swing, and I think that is what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna swap Ashley and Cliff. And try that. Yeah. Should be okay. I'm still not entirely sure here, so like if Maria fails and Petra's stuck on base, then Cliff's probably not going to be able to bat her in this one. Sydney might be able to line it off one of the back walls or trailers or whatever and make something happen there. On the other hand, if Sydney gets on base, Cliff is just kind of a ground baller in this one, so I think this. We'll see how it goes. That seems fine.
Check it out, I'm pitching.
Maria on the mound, of course, for us. Not too much offensive firepower on this Wombats team, other than the pros, Ken and Chipper. And Holly's okay, Beltron's okay. A few okay batters, but not too many serious threats here at Tin Can. But then again, I gave up a home run to Ryan Vanderhoek earlier this season, so I'm gonna take things as seriously as I can. I've probably brought that up pretty much every video I've had. Chipper with an unseen good day. Couldn't tell anything from his ratings, but up on something. Does not seem to be boosted in his ability to time his swing on that pitch, at least. That's not a real rating, obviously. But. Ooh, that slow ball stayed just a bit outside, unfortunately. He was trying to save some juice. But got him with another slow ball, low and away. 2 strikeouts for Maria on 7 pitches so far. Ken Griffey Jr. up. Thankfully, nobody on. Definitely a threat every time he's at the plate. I think he's a good fit for Tin Can Alley as well. Really smash it off the walls. Yeah, about like that. I think that's... nope, not going to go foul. So, pretty easy double for him, with Olga being the one fielding it in particular. And they bat Terry Vega. Cleanup. Interesting. Another does have a lot of power, but even lower contact than someone like Ken. It's already pretty low. Uh-oh. Yeah, that one hung a bit higher up in the strike zone than I was planning on, but Terry did not do anything about it. Clobbered that one hard, but right at the tall cliff at third. Again, proving his value at third base. Makes a strong throw to first to get Terry. At the very least, that was going to hold it to a single, because Ken was already afraid to run to third. And we're trying this whole Ashley leadoff thing. It's going to take the first pitch high and inside for a strike. Second pitch stays a bit too far inside for ball 1. And ball 2 there. Fouls that pitch off to go to 2-2. Good eye from Ashley there to go to a full count. And hits a little pop-up that Beatty is able to catch, unfortunately. Ruth coming up with a... gonna try a grounder swing to start things off at least. Not really the pitch we're looking for, but does catch the strike zone. 1-1 count. That was a tough one for me to evaluate. We just kind of have to swing. It's going to go foul though. Don't really want it to stay short, close to Trent in particular. That one did go low, and I whiffed at it. Alright, well, we got Petra up, but nobody on, and 2 outs. So this will probably be the time we crush one off the wall or through the wall. Yep, definitely off the wall at least. Comes back into the field of play, and Holly is eventually going to get over to it. So we're going to leave Petra on second with a double. First hit of this contest. Really counting on a big swing from Maria here. Fouls off the first hook that was pretty much right down the middle. That one, I really couldn't tell, but it ended up being a strike. That one might have honestly been a ball, but it looked like I could get to it with that stance, so I did. And with how the ball is bouncing around, I think I'm going to be able to get Maria all the way home. Yeah! Alright, 2-run home run for Maria. Love to see that. She's definitely her power swing is built for tin can, I would say. And by that I mean usually doesn't go out at the real field, so it's just kind of a pop-up. But here at tin can with her speed as well, it's a pretty good fit for her. I think she's hit significantly better on at home than on the road this season. Cliff, despite his tall strike zone, yeah, Cliff's up. Could be at 3-0 if I just laid off the first pitch this at bat. Ultimately, he hits a liner that bounces right in front of Terry, and Terry is able to make the play. But we put up 2 in the top of the first, despite only 2 hits, which is a bit of a rarity for us. And we'll take our lead into the second inning here. Whoa. I missed way low and outside for with that slow ball. It's a 1-1 count on Julian Payne. Attack the low and outside edge with the left hook, coming back inside. Yeah, it's still low with the right hook. Ah, she missed inside. I don't think I'm even being that cautious with my locations, but ultimately, despite a couple of wild pitches there, get a 5-pitch strikeout with Maria, taking down Julian and bringing up Carlos Beltran. Only batting 166 for the AI this season. Hits one hard, but right at Ruth, but she fields it off the wall. So a single for Carlos. It does bring up Trent Sizemore. So if these were a bit slower runners, this would be a great double play situation. As it is, I'm a little skeptical we'll be able to pull anything off, but maybe Trent will just bunt it foul with 2 strikes. Oh, hey, we pulled it off. Excellent. Alright. Double play, so the next time Petra comes up, she will have... What's she gonna have? I'm gonna bet... Screaming Line Drive. Undergrounder. It's a little odd to use here, but... First pitch ball to Sydney Weber, leading off the inning. We've got Albert and Horace coming up after her. That one right on the edge of the strike zone, but called a strike, so 1-1. Sydney clobbers that one, for her at least. Ultimately just a long single off the wall in center, but it's basically what we were looking for. Bringing up Mr. Albert Pujols. Hits that one pretty well. Stays in the field of play, initially at least. But Ken and Carlos fight for it. And Albert gets a double, and Sydney comes around and scores. Poor Wombats. It's honestly just a pop fly into shallow center, but Ken tracked all the way out there from shortstop and ran into Carlos a bunch. Ooh, that was a perfect pitch to hit with Horace, but I just popped it up to Christina, unfortunately. I think I needed to change to an squared stance as well. So that brings up Olga, with Albert sitting on second base. Not really an ideal situation. Nice pitch from Christina there. So 1-1 count on Olga. It's a little ground ball towards Christina and is able to beat the throw to first. I was hoping Pujols being on second would kind of deter that throw to first, but with where the grounder ultimately went, that did not work out. Nice hook from Christina, finds the edge of the strike zone for strike one. Ashley hits that one hard, and Pujols does not make the catch. Ah, he did Albert at third by like half a step. I was afraid to click because I thought it would send Olga to third, but dang it. Ruth whiffs at pitch that was a strike anyways. It's that one decently well, but right at Jillian Payne in the air. But been on the ground. Wouldn't have worked out too much better anyway, so we're unfortunately going to have Petra up leading off next inning, I believe. So not a great spot to use her power up in, and not a great spot for her to be up to the plate in general, but gonna try to hit it as hard as we can with her and Maria still. Really shouldn't be throwing quite such easy to hit pitches to Christina. She's a pretty solid power hitter, but does go down on 3 straight pitches in this case. Maria's 4th strikeout of the game. Sorry. And that does earn us a more juice for if we need it later on. Maria's been just a little bit off with location on these hooks in particular so far. And she induces a short ground ball, easily fieldable by whichever Weber is behind the plate this game, to get Artie out for out number 2 in the inning. And that brings up Holly Franklin, who struck out her first time up and is in danger of going down on strikes again, but has one more and whiffs. Strikeout number 5 from Maria. Nice game for her on the mound so far. Giving up a couple hits, but no big deal. And like I said, the power hitting Petra Maria duo, and then Bad Day Cliff after them. Coming up here in the bottom of the 3rd. A nice hook from Christina that finds the top of the strike zone. Not so much on that pitch though, as Petra crushes it, does go off the wall, and is fielded very well by Beltran. A weak throw in, but with Griffey at shortstop, didn't really matter. Got Maria up once again. Just a dinky pop-up from Maria, and in fact, we got Petra thrown out at first with no chance to retreat. That was a stupid situation, but whatever, backyard baseball. Cliff with a hard hit ground ball right at Chipper, and is able to beat the throw to first. Keep the inning alive at least a little bit longer. And Sydney takes first pitch for a ball just above the strike zone. And that one's a strike, but we're going to take it. And the low hook brings count to 2-1. No real chance to steal with Trent Sizemore behind the plate. Great swing and great contact from Sydney there, but she pulls it just foul in a theme of a couple of our recent games. Didn't really like that pitch, but had to swing with 2 strikes, but Sydney does a good job just fouling that one off. And we'll take a ball to go to full count. Forgot to swing. That was another one off. Probably not really wearing Christina down, but it's that one hard, but it goes right to Chipper, and Cliff just barely cannot beat the throw to second. For me, another kind of bad situation with Pujols and Horace leading off the next inning. So it doesn't look like we're going to break out of this run scoring slump that has just been most of the season outside of a couple random amazing games. But hopefully we can keep these Wombats off the board and keep the game close in general. I'd like to get up to 5 runs scored at least for the home multiplier to kick in, but we'll see how things go. As Maria picks up strikeout number 6 against Chipper. And KGJ is up once again. Whiffs at a low and inside hook for strike 1. That one catches the corner as well for strike 2. And he whiffs at a high and inside slow ball. Strikeout number 7. Definitely a strong game from Maria on the mound so far. And the one nice home run, somewhat of a misnomer, but did make it all the way around. Strikeout number 8 of Terry Vega there. But yeah, not a great part of the lineup to start an inning. Just haven't been able to quite get around to the theoretical power batters with runners on base. Never quite figured out Pujols' power swing all season, but yeah, that ain't it. But maybe Chipper will drop it. He does. Is Albert going to make it to first? Just barely. Sometimes it's all about putting the ball in play, and that was enough there, but need an actually good swing from Horace here to not just get runners stuck on base. Ooh, I wanted to take it at first, and then I was like, that might be a great pitch, but ooh, that one went way further outside and was lower than I thought. Unfortunate. Nice swing from Horace there, though. Gets up on the wall, and okay, it's going to get called a ground rule double, so not perfect situation with the next few batters we have up, but could be worse as well. Olga's job here is just to get on base. No, yeah, I'm just gonna. I was trying to just let Albert get out. I think Olga was gonna make it to first, anyways. I'm just gonna run it. No, I'm gonna run Albert into an out, I think. I think was the best way to handle that. But if someone watches this later and disagrees, feel free to let me know. I've also now gotten Ashley behind on the count here, unfortunately. Makes contact and puts it in a decent spot. Golly, I did not think Beatty had such a strong arm, but she is gunning the ball. Got Ruth up. This would be a great situation to get around to Petra if we can. Run, Ruth, run, Ruth, run. Yay. Ruth had some struggles so far in this one, but picked things up there. We're just going to take the undergrounder, I think. Obviously not an amazing field for it. No, we're not going to get there. But we do score 2 on the single from Petra. And we do still have an undergrounder if we can manage to bat all the way back around to Petra between the rest of this inning and our one remaining half inning. Maria does not make it look very likely that that will happen, as she fouls it off. Been definitely struggling more with her in recent games. And we did at least get to our goal of 5 for the home team multiplier. We'll see what Marco was able to do here at Tin Can Alley. As Jillian reaches base safely thanks to Horace letting the ball bounce off of him instead of, actually fielding it. Might be another double play situation, but not one that's likely to pay off in any way anyways. Carlos decided to shift to close stance on an inside pitch as a kind of bold move. And he used their power up that I knew they had, but and we end up getting Jillian out at third on a relay from Petra to Horace to Sydney to Cliff. Just your standard 9, 4, 6, 5 put out in fancy baseball terms. And Trent bunts into not quite a double play. Couldn't get Trent at first base. So still a runner on and now 2 outs in the inning with Christina Beatty up. She's out in right field now for the AI. Struck out her first time up. And hits a little trickler, I believe is the term, to Maria. So we are up to 5 hits allowed, but still no runs, so that's kind of the important part. Floyd up for his 3rd time. 1 single so far, despite the bad day at the plate for him. Couple tough to read pitches from Holly there. Just foul them both off. That one looks low. Not as low as I was hoping, but it was low enough for a ball. And that one is inside far enough for a ball. That one would have been a ball. But with 2 strikes, was swinging at it close and struck out with poor Cliff today.
I'm gonna backhand this one over the net. I mean, fence.
Sydney hoping for a hit here to keep things going. Kind of hit it against the shift and beats the throw to first. So a nice single there. Did a good job of being in open stance but hitting it towards the right.
Check this out, man. Hey, man.
These shift happy AI defenses playing like the real majors. Ugh, that was such a great pitch to hit, but I was early on Holly's kind of slower fastball. It was an interesting one from Pujols. Oh, it got caught? I don't even know how that happened. Alright, fair enough. Griffey and Artie in left were fighting for it, and I thought it might. Neither of them would catch it, but I guess one of them did somewhere in there. Ah, it was a ball. I don't know why I was swinging at a power-up pitch anyways, but Horace with decent ground ball. I was sprinting with Sydney, but not quite enough. Just a game of inches, this backyard baseball is. As by the end, we were about how we've been most of the season. Got up to 14 hits, but only the 5 runs to show for it. So that will go up to 6 with the multiplier. But we could also still give up 1 or more runs to the AI here if we're not too careful. If we can get these next 2 batters out. Actually, I guess it's Holly then Chipper. So never mind. Chipper is one of the ones we're moderately worried about. Whoa. Maria sends that right hook way above the strike zone. Second time we've had one of those true wild pitches today, for whatever reason. I'm not even like clicking super fast or anything, so I don't know. Don't know, but Holly does go down on strikes for her 3rd time today. And we're going to try to do the same thing to Chipper here to finish things off. Makes pretty good contact, and it's going to be a hit. Dang shortstop Weber did not field the ball cleanly, unfortunately. So definitely a dangerous situation when you're really worried about giving up runs. But Ken lays down a sacrifice bunt with 2 outs and will end the inning, as the AI is wont to do on offense. Not a great game, obviously. Apparently a great season, though. I broke a bunch of league records. Team records? I don't know. Oh, yeah, and of course going to the playoffs, because at least 14-0 against the AI. I never lost to the AI, right? Yeah. Alright, so not a good season, but never lost to the AI, so could be worse. Petra hit the ball pretty well. Maria hit the ball well one time. Horace hit the ball well one time. Most of the rest of this was just kind of a few lucky hits, and yeah, nothing particularly exciting. A couple bad strikeouts, a couple bad just barely out on the base paths. More the same for the Orioles this season. Don't know what the issue is entirely, but That's alright. We will do our best in the consolation playoffs. So you'll see us for a few more games there, and then we'll figure things out for next season. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Bye.